Is training without paying attention to your diet enough? That's the lifelong question. There was a young man named Dave, and he started training religiously. He had really good results, but then suddenly progress just stopped. He was searching for new training techniques, programs, templates, tricks, and everything to go through his plateau in every second of his free time. Until one day he stumbled upon diet. Earlier, he never even thought of paying attention to what he's eating, but he researched and implemented what he learned and started eating a calorie surplus and enough protein. After fixing his diet, he got tremendous progress. He got PRs every single session on every lift. And so he realized that if he wants to make gains, he has to take diet as seriously as his training. Now, why most people don't do this is because they're just lazy and they don't want to watch their diet. They like training, but they don't like measuring out their food and counting calories and eating what they're supposed to. And people say that training is the main cause of muscle growth, which is true, but alone it is not enough. And why training is very important, and later when you become advanced, that's what's going to break through your plateaus, is because then diet is going to be a given. But you have to track your food if you want to ever get there. So take your diet seriously. Food gives you the resource to grow muscle, and it's basically like putting gas in your car. If you don't put enough in it, it will just stop under you. And if you don't eat enough, your training will be worse as well. And eating is what helps you grow the muscle. You don't make the muscle out of nothing, you make the muscle out of calories and protein. Just some car going around here. If you're planning to stay in this for the long run, eventually you would have to dial in your diet anyways, because you will never make it to advanced status without dialing in your diet, even if you make good progress without tracking your food. Also, if you think about it, training with a proper diet is just so much better. For an example, if you're bulking, if you don't know how much you're eating, maybe 1 week you're eating a bit more and the other week a bit less. This might mean that you gain 5 pounds in 2 weeks and then 0 in the next 3, which is pretty fucking suboptimal, to be honest. Because this way, most of those 5 pounds won't be muscle, because you can make 5 pounds of muscle in 2 weeks. But if you track your food, you can gain 1 pound every single week, and then more of that will be muscle, because that's a bit more realistic. So gains will be more steady. And so even if you make good progress without tracking your food, with tracking it, you will definitely make much better progress. I'm speaking from my own experience. I tried bulking without tracking my food, and it wasn't as good. I kind of just got fat and I didn't gain as much muscle. When I bulked with tracking my food, I made crazy gains and I stayed pretty lean. Also, with a good diet, you can do more volume, you can train more, and eventually more training will be needed to break through plateaus. Honestly, as much as it sounds good to have like 1 hour long workouts, it's not very effective. Eventually you will have to have like 1.5 hour long workouts, and then if you're like hungry most of the workout, it's going to be shit. Also, this is pretty basic knowledge, but you need a calorie surplus to grow. Some people will make better gains without tracking their food than others, and these are usually the people who are more like a bit fat and not the skinny guys. This is because to make proper steady gains, you will have to be in a caloric surplus, and these people naturally have a bigger appetite, so they're naturally in a surplus. That's why they're fat. But the people who are skinny and they say that they just cannot gain weight, they need to track. Tracking makes it so much easier. These hard gainers, and I know because I was one, usually have no idea how much they're eating. They say something like, oh man, I eat a lot, and what they mean by that is they can eat an entire pizza by themselves, but that's like not an achievement, and it's not a lot. A lot is usually not like, I eat a lot when I eat 3 meals. A lot usually means that you eat like 4 meals and all of them are huge, or you eat like 5 even, or I don't even know how many. With training, some people need such an absurd amount of food, myself included. I eat 4,200 calories when I'm bulking, and that's not something that you can eat in 3 meals. And this is not like a crazy bulk, this is a pound a week. The lowest I tried was 4 meals, but even then, you're like getting completely full and like big stomach food baby kind of type, you know, with all of your meals, and it's 4 meals per day. That's a shit ton. That's a lot of food. If you're eating 3 times a day and you're eating like an entire pizza and maybe a bit of ice cream, that's not a lot of food. That's probably maybe like 3,500 calories max that you can eat in 3 meals, and that's not going to be enough for some people, sadly. So if you're skinny, just track food and eat as much as you need. If you don't track both your food and body weight, you will have absolutely no idea how much that is. Tracking track your body weight and increase your food gradually until you're gaining weight on a week-to-week basis. Now, you don't need to be like 100% strict. Some people think that they have to track like every single bit of microgram of rice. This is not very true. It's fine if you don't track calories. Obviously, that is going to be the best. But for an example, if you eat like 4 meals every single day and track your body weight, if you see that that's not enough, you can increase it to 5. And you can see that, oh yeah, usually my meals are approximately the same size. And so if you're not gaining, you can increase the amount of meals or just add more food to every meal. But tracking is always king. So now you know that it's very important to pay attention to a diet, and reverse dieting is a part of that. So if you don't know anything about it, watch this video next.